I read all of them. So here I am with my lovely box set that I got over a month ago in anticipation of January Harry Potter extravaganza bonanza super blah 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 month. And can I just pat myself on the back a couple of times for actually reading 7 books in 1 month, because this has never happened before. I mean, obviously in school we read a lot of books, but I've never, for leisure read 7 books by myself, so I'm really proud of myself. I just wanted to talk about my reaction to the books, what I thought. If you want a full review, I have full reviews for these books on my blog, but I didn't want to spend too much time because a lot of people don't like really long videos. So, what I thought of each book. Before I go ahead, I should make it be known once more that I've never read any of these books. At least, the first couple were read to me. So I did have some. Why is my hair doing this weird thing? I did have some knowledge of the first few ones ahead of time, but it had been so long, so it was like reading them all over again. But I've never read these books on my own, so this is a true, genuine first reaction reading. So the first book, if you recall from my other video, I loved it. I gave it the full 4 pens, and I gave it 4 stars. I enjoyed it very much. It was entertaining, and I loved the world building. I just, it's the beginning of a series, so it wasn't like the best. So I gave it 4 stars instead of 5, but I really enjoyed it. And then when it came to the second book, I really, really loved it. I gave it 5 stars, but I gave it 3 pens because I thought that the background information was a little bit much. But that happens a lot in second books of series. I had a lot of fun reading it though. I really enjoyed it. And then it came to the third book. I also talked about this on the last video. I thought this was the best of the series so far. I enjoyed it so much. It gave it 5 stars and 4 pens. My favorite character was Lupin. I thought everything was fantastic. And we came to the Goblet of Fire. I remember talking about how I was not liking reading this book at all, and it was becoming my least favorite book up to date for the last video. As an update, I will have you know that I still very much love this book. It took me a while to get into it, but I'd say right after I posted that video and I kept reading, it started to really pick up, and I loved it so much. I enjoyed it. I don't remember what I gave this, to be honest. I think I gave it 4 stars because the beginning was a little slow, but I think I still gave it the full 4 pens because I loved it. And I think from here on out the series pretty much gets the full 4 pens, which is pretty awesome because I don't think anybody else has ever gotten the full 4 pens for me, but I haven't read that many books, so. Then we get to the 5th book in the series, The Order of the Phoenix. This, I can say, is my least favorite book in the series, and it's the longest, so that might have something to do with it. What did I not like about this book? I felt that I didn't like this book a lot because I thought Harry was a little bit unlikable. Now, granted, I understand why he's unlikable. I understand why he was snapping at his friends and kind of being rude and had this huge attitudinal problem that it got on my nerves, but I can understand it, but that doesn't mean I liked it. So I think this one I dropped a star because of Harry's ickiness. But this is another example like the 4th one where it did really start to pick up towards the end. Or actually this one picked up right about the middle for me. I enjoyed reading the beginning, and then it kind of slowed down when it got to Hogwarts, and how do I feel about this book? This book causes so much conflict in my mind because on the one hand, I love it. I love the whole arc with Umbridge. oh, she's so evil, I hate her. And it just kept me so excited to read. But on the other hand, it was just Harry constantly being in his head was driving me crazy. So at the end of the day, this one's my least favorite book, but I still gave it pretty high rating. Oh, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I always talk about how the fourth movie is my favorite movie. I think the sixth book is my favorite book. And I know that's weird because a lot of people don't really talk about the sixth book, or rather maybe I'm in the wrong places to hear people talk about the sixth book. But I mean, obviously the seventh book is probably going to be my favorite, but this one's really close. I really enjoyed reading the sixth book. I thought, I have to stop a second, think about what happened in the sixth book, even though it's my favorite. So I thought this one was really good because even though everything's still going on, I feel like J.K. Rowling, not to say that she doesn't do it in the other books, but I feel like in this book she really pulled out all the stops to make sure that you are completely invested in this world that she created. And I know I say that a lot, but J.K. Rowling is like the master of world building. And just all the explanations, that's what I really liked about this one. This one has all the explanations. I had all these questions and since book 3, why does Harry keep having to go back to the Dursleys when he can just toss his money and say, I want to stay with the Weasleys, you know? That's explained in this book. Everything that could be explained that doesn't get explained in the last one is explained here, and I love it because it feels like a detective novel, like a big old mystery. And I didn't know that I liked those, but now that I think about it, I do. And Harry's not as much as a Debbie Downer in this one. I mean, he still has his anger issues, of course, and he's going to. It's totally understandable. I mean, if all that stuff happened to me, I'd probably be pretty angry too. But he's a lot more tolerable in this one, and I enjoyed his time spent with Professor Dumbledore, and the end just had my heart beating incredibly fast, and I just love it. Oh, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. So this one obviously got 5 stars, 4 pens. What else can I say about this book? J.K. Rowling knows how to end a series for sure. And it's not just like she ended it in such a way that she ended it and I'm happy, so it's a good ending. It's more like she ended it in a way that makes sense, so I'm happy, if that makes sense. And I just really enjoyed this book. I understand why they broke it into 2 movies. A lot of people get irritated by that because they feel like they're trying to milk out of the movie franchise and get more money, but I don't think I could have handled 1 movie with everything that happens in here. And this book made me cry so much, and that doesn't happen very often because sometimes I wonder if I have no soul. But this book was really good. I enjoyed it. I feel like I'm a broken record. I just keep saying I enjoyed it. But there's, to me, really good books will leave you without words. So that's how I feel about this series. If the 6th book isn't gonna be my favorite, then the 7th book is definitely my favorite. What I like the most is the tale of the Deathly Hallows. I love it. It's like, I love fairy tales, and it's obviously told in a fairy tale kind of format, and I loved it. So that's kind of an overview of what I thought of each book, even though it was kind of incoherent. I'm sorry about that. Closing out the reading all the books in a month, I have no words. I never understood why people kind of freak out about Harry Potter, and now I understand. J.K. Rowling took the time to create a world where people can go to and people can escape. And that's why there's the Wizarding World of Harry Potter down in Florida. Because it's so real that people can go there and that's only the product of good writing. I can't really say anything else about this series other than I loved it and I would read it over and over again. Thanks for sticking around with me. I know that I said I was going to update a lot more, but I got too involved with Harry Potter and the updates just didn't happen. So I hope you had a good month. What did you read in January? Please let me know. Did you like it? If you have any recommendations, go ahead and leave them because I'm always down to learn about new books. I think that's all that I have for you right now. I should have another video upcoming soon, and I hope you have a fantabulous day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!